The urge to criticize is a natural human impulse. It flares up when we see something amiss, something that doesn't align with our expectations. But nowhere does this desire to point out flaws sting quite as sharply as with our loved ones, our parents, spouse and children. While constructive criticism can be valuable, there are times when biting your tongue is the more powerful and loving choice. Criticism can wound deeply, but appreciation uplifts and strengthens relationships. When we hold back our critical words, we create space for understanding and compassion. Imagine a heated discussion with your spouse. Frustrations boil over and critical words tumble out, aimed at their perceived shortcomings. These words, laced with anger, may achieve the immediate satisfaction of expressing your discontent, but the long-term damage can be significant. Empathy is the bridge that connects hearts. When we bite our tongues, we allow empathy to flourish. Instead of immediately pointing out flaws or mistakes, we pause and consider the other person's perspective. Perhaps our parents are struggling with their health, our spouse is dealing with work stress, or our children are navigating their own challenges. Empathy helps us see beyond the surface and respond with kindness. Criticism, especially in the heat of the moment, often feels like an attack, pushing your partner further away from a solution and deeper into defensiveness. Criticism has a ripple effect. When we criticize, it not only affects the recipient but also impacts the overall family dynamics. Negative energy spreads like wildfire, creating tension and resentment. On the contrary, withholding criticism contributes to a harmonious environment. Our words have power, let's use them to build rather than tear down. Taking a breath and holding back those initial criticisms allows space for a calmer conversation later, where empathy and understanding can pave the way for a productive resolution. Nobody is perfect, not our parents, spouse, or children. We all stumble, make mistakes and learn along the way. When we recognize this universal truth, we become more forgiving. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, we can celebrate what's right. Imperfections make us human and love thrives in imperfection. The same principle applies to our relationships with our parents and children. A teenager's messy room might scream for a critical outburst, but offering help and guidance, focusing on solutions rather than blame, fosters a more positive and collaborative environment. Similarly, criticizing our parents for their old-fashioned ways might feel justified, but respect for their life experiences and a willingness to find common ground leads to a more fulfilling relationship. Folks, let's mention here for a second criticizing the kids also. Ask me how painful it is to be simply decimated by outbursts of rage and anger, being constantly verbally reduced to nothing by a psychopathic father, when the good times were when he was busy with the games on TV and I was ignored and spared of nitpicking and verbal abuses, and grew up feeling as a big failure, useless, nonsense and a big bother, being the source of all his failures, from the first minute of my life on this earth. Another idea to consider in life is that not every battle is worth fighting. Some disagreements are trivial, while others are significant. By biting our tongues, we learn to discern between the two. We reserve our energy for meaningful discussions and avoid nitpicking over minor issues. Choosing our battles wisely ensures that our relationships remain anchored in love and respect. Biting your tongue doesn't mean suppressing your feelings entirely. It's about choosing your words and timing carefully. Sometimes, a simple "I feel hurt/frustrated/disappointed when" can be far more effective than a laundry list of criticisms. This approach opens the door for genuine communication, allowing your loved ones to understand your perspective and respond accordingly. Of course, there are situations where addressing a behavior directly is necessary. The key lies in separating the person from the behavior. Focus on the specific action that bothers you, not on their overall character. Phrasing your criticism as a request for change, rather than an attack, fosters a more positive outcome. Ultimately, biting your tongue is about recognizing the power of your words. They have the potential to build bridges or burn them. By choosing kindness and understanding over impulsive criticism, we cultivate stronger, more supportive relationships with the people who matter most. The next time the urge to criticize arises, remember the potential for a more positive approach. Sometimes, the most powerful words are the ones left unsaid. Please, tell me what you think, and how you feel about this issue. Analyze it, brainstorm it, debate it, and if you like it, share it. Thank you for watching. I truly and highly appreciate you, and God bless you.